Good morning, champions. Good evening, champions. For those who are not in LA, I hope that everything is good in your life right now. Today, we're gonna talk about something who really changed my life. It's fears. So, we're gonna have a Wakanda talk, motivational talk about fears. Fears is something who destroy our life. Fear is something who consume us and make us sometimes take bad decisions, and sometimes we cannot move forward, or we cannot take a decision, or we cannot step forward because we are afraid. But the thing is, you need to understand something: how your body work. How your body work is how your also your emotion work. How your brain work is also how your emotion work. So when you know how your body work, when you know how the human being it's made, like how you react and why he do that, what is the reaction for this, for that, you can start to understand fears. Fears, first of all, is something as a human being that we need, because in the whole time before to have a car, before everything, when we was living in the stone age, fears was something to make us understand that we should leave it alone. So most of the time, fears is something to protect you against something who can be more stronger than you. Sometimes fears is a good thing to release your instinct. Sometimes fears is a things that you need to know if it's important or not. So in the Stone Age, fears was at that time something to make you understand that you can't do it. You need to run. You need to escape. You need to survive. So fears, I would say, in the whole time was something more like a survivor instinct. Now fear is in our life. It's more like a stress. It's more like a psychologic problem. Fear is more too much comments in our life right now. It's more than the next. It's more than just a program right now. It's consume us and make us sometimes take really really bad decision. But what is fears? That's why I want to talk about you today. What is fears? Let me tell you something. So fears for me, maybe I'm wrong, but fears for me, it's like getting cold. When you're cold and you stop moving, what happened? You just stuck, and then the cold get inside your bones, and you cannot do nothing in the day. Fear is like you wake up at 6:30 and you have this appointment at 8 a.m. and you need to go to that interview. But you wake up 6:30, it's cold outside and it's freezing. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Fear is something will make you give you excuse all the time about something. So if fear is like cold, when you're afraid, don't freeze. You need to warm up yourself. And to warm up yourself, you need to keep moving. But by keeping moving by your own, it's really, really difficult, because when you're cold, most of the time, you're alone. That's the worst cold that you can have. It's when you're alone in the winter and there is no one around. Well, real cold is really like that. There is no one around who's gonna help you to warm you. You are the only one who can take your body out. We can take your body for a run. We can take your body for a swim. You can take your body for an activity. We can give you this light, this warm feeling that you're looking for. So when you are afraid, think about it. When you're afraid, think hot, and when you're cold, think hot. So when you're afraid, you need to keep moving, because if you don't move, what's gonna happen? Nothing good's gonna happen to you, and you're just gonna start to lose opportunity, or you're gonna stuck on the position forever and repeat the same mistake again, again, and again, and again, and again. Fear, my friend, is something really bad for you, for ourselves. But being afraid is not something that we should reject, but something that you should understand. If do you have something will make you be afraid, and if you're really afraid about something, you should look at this thing. You should try to understand why, when, what time. Try to have the most details that you can about that person, that position, that situation. What is fears, my friends? Tell me what is fears. You know, there is nothing to fears than fear himself. Like nobody is against you. Like I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I used to compete a lot. That's why I'm talking about fears. So in the beginning, of course, I was really afraid to fight. But then one day I realized that, come on, there is all these guys, all these people come over here to look at my fight. Who is against me? Maybe my opponent, but he's afraid too. Actually, we came here to have fun, to celebrate our technique, to celebrate our martial art, to celebrate the competition, to celebrate our lifestyle, to celebrate the present moment. No one is against you. No one gonna come from the sky with a gun and shoot you just because you want to be happy. No one gonna call you right now and say, hey, you don't deserve to be happy right now. No, I don't want you to be happy. No one gonna come and slap you on the face and say, oh, you look beautiful today. I don't like that. No, no one is really against you. Fears is something that comes most of the time from your imagination for something that doesn't exist yet. So when I was doing championship, I was projecting myself in a situation will never happen. Like I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna go to fight with that guy. He gonna choke me, I'm sure. But how? We didn't even start the fight yet. This is how you put a bad mechanism on your brain and you start to get afraid about stuff will never happen. So there is nothing to fear than fear himself. Fear is nothing than a little things will make you think that he's big, like a shadow in the night. Just a small insect have a big shadow in the night, and you can take that insect can be the worst animal that you can see that day or that night. But no, it's just a small thing. There is nothing to fear than fear himself. You know, you have to understand also that if you keep moving forward, if you keep trying to understand who you are, you're gonna try to understand also what is your fears. And to be strong some days, or to have something who can make you strong, is to face your fears. The more you face your fears, the more you become stronger. Sometimes when you face your fears, you realize that you're alcoholic. Sometimes when you face your fears, you realize that you cheat too much. Sometimes when you face your fears, you realize that you're lazy. So when you don't face your fears, you don't really realize what you're missing, what you need to have a better life. There is nothing who can make you better than yourself. So if you want to get something, you have to provide that by yourself. Nobody else can come and do that for you, because it will never be that much good for you. You are the best one. We really know what's good. You are the best person to know what's good for you. So you need to face your fears, because behind your fears there is the person that you want to be. I always wanted to be a champion. I always wanted to be someone who can motivate people. I always wanted to be a martial artist. I always wanted to come in LA. But all the stuff that I'm doing right now, just like 4 years ago, I wasn't even able to do that kind of video that I'm doing right now. Why? Because I was afraid. I was afraid of what people are gonna think about me. That's the most common things when we are afraid. I was like, oh, what are you gonna say about me? Do what I'm doing is right? And then when I realized that behind my fears, there is the person that I want to be. And I was like, yes, I want to be a black belt. Yes, I want to move to LA. Yes, I want to be a championship. I want to do championship. I want to be a champion. Yes, I want to be that. I want to be like that. I want to be like that guy. I want to celebrate my happiness. But how? By moving, by facing my fears, I really realized, oh, when I face my fears, I discover who I want to be, and then I become who I want to be. To be something amazing in your life, or to touch something that you really, really want, you need to sacrifice who you are today for what you want to become tomorrow. So face your fears, because behind your fears, there is the person that you want to be. Behind your fears, there is the punter that you want to be. Behind your fears, there is the millionaire that you want to be. Behind your fears, there is the daddy that you want to be. Behind your fears, there is the celebrity that you want to be. Behind your fear, there is the star that you want to be. Behind your fears, there is the champions that you want to be. So, face your fears. So I'm just gonna finish this little motivation talk really quick with a dream. So I was in the jungle, you know, dreams how dreams are. You just wake up, boom, you're already there. You didn't even take the plane. You didn't buy your ticket. You didn't have to pay the tax. You already get there for free. So I was in the jungle. Me and my friends, we was in the jungle. Good team. We was soldier actually, and we was fighting monsters. So me and my friends, we keep killing these monsters. We was really happy because, you know, we was the best soldier in that jungle. But things start to get a little bit worse, because all the time that we killed those monsters, they just coming back. You know, in the beginning they wasn't coming back. But you know, after a while they just kept coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. And then me and my friends, we realized that we have more monster than us. Pretty too much more monster. And we was just 5 people. So we keep killing this monster, and at the end we just realized that we just 3 people. And then we start to run, me and my friends, running. And I see my friends one by one disappear. So I was left the only one running. So I start to run in this jungle. I run, man. I run. And what I see a whole man in the jungle, sitting on a chair. In a jungle, bro, he was sitting on a chair like this. No. And he see me running. And once I'm running, you know, I'm looking at him and I was like, damn, this old man is not afraid? There is monster behind. So I start to scream, hey man, there is monster. Get away off the road. He make his little house like a cabin, you know, a little tent with some woods, you know, in a jungle lifestyle, you know. So I look at him, I say, he look peaceful. I run, and while I pass him, I look at him and I say, look who is behind me. There is monster, run. We are soldier here. We came to kill this monster, but now if you don't run, they're gonna kill you. He look at me and he say, huh? Why are you running? And me, I keep running, you know. I just pass him. And then I make something like this, woo, and I had the possibility to escape the monster. So I go back to see the old man in his tent, and I ask him, man, what's going on? Are you crazy? Why you here? Why you are not running? And then the old man look at me in the eyes and ask me, you, why are you running? Why are you afraid? And then I woke up. It took me 3 years to understand this dream, guys. It just means that I was running against my own monsters. And the more I kill them, the more I try to erase them, the more they become stronger. You cannot kill your fears. You need fear to understand what is important in your life. To be humble. To understand how your body works. You need fears. So you cannot kill what makes you afraid. But that doesn't mean that you have to be afraid of your own activities, of your own knowledge, of your own body, of your own skills. So I was afraid of my own life, of my own monsters. By running and by killing them, they just become more bigger and more stronger. So the best way for me is to try to understand who are those monsters, to try to accept that I'm afraid. Like this whole man, the monster doesn't even saw him when I was running. They just pass him like he never exists. Because I really realized that something, guys, when you are not afraid of your own monsters, they don't look at you anymore. They don't look at you. Fears look at you like, oh, this guy already understood. He already know my trick. I'm not gonna do it again. Oh, he's too smart for me now. That's the things, guys. That's the thing. Don't be afraid to be great. Nobody is against you. The whole universe is a magic place for happiness. Even if bad things happen, you can still have a chance. You can still have tomorrow to create something good. As long that you are alive, you can still have a chance to face your fears and change your life or change somebody else's life. So face your fears today and become the champions that you want to be. That was Wakanda Body, and I say thank you. Hello guys, check my website wakandabodyfitness.com if you need something. Maybe you can find something that you need over there. Check the shop and go also on my Instagram Wakanda Body. And I hope that I helped you today with this world and that you're gonna enjoy your day. Ciao and take care. Bye bye les amis. Peace. Wakanda forever.